Kerrie Eastman, the Chief Executive of Streets2Homes. In a general question, firstly, how are things with Streets2Homes? Are you, how do I say it, busy?
We are busy, unfortunately. We are still seeing quite a large number of people come through our doors. There's a lot of sofa surfers as well, even though the rough sleep account is manageable at the moment. Yeah, it's still not great.
How do you, when you mention surface servers, how do you know? 93,000 people in this town, but how would you know?
We don't know about many of them, but we do know about some because they come in and they use the centre for coming in for lunch or for coming in for a food bank voucher. And sometimes just to come in for somewhere during the day to come and sit because they don't know where they're going to be staying that night or with what friend. And also they don't want to stay at a friend's all day long or families all day long in case they get in the way.
So there's almost like this invisible figures out there you just don't know about. We were interviewing, there was a donation from the Ghana Union to the food bank, and they said a lot of people don't want to go to food banks because it's pride.
Yeah.
They want to say people see you at the food. Likewise, is that a bit? We're talking about streets, about sofa servers, and people in problems.
Yeah.
What's your message to them?
Go and get the help. Everybody needs a little bit of help sometimes. So, go and get the help. Come in and see us. Go and see other organisations. We've got some fantastic organisations in Harlow that are dealing with, many of the problems that people are facing at the moment.
Which leads us indirectly that there are a lot of organisations out there that, and we've interviewed people over the last couple of weeks. Do you all speak?
Oh, definitely. Well, most of us do. We do. I mean, there's different forums that we all attend. We all rely on each other to help because quite often, when one of us has a client, it's not just one problem they have, it's many. So we do all work together in partnership to tackle things.
And work with the council as well?
Yes, we do work with the council, and also as part of Harlow Property Alliance, we also meet with the council to keep them relevant members of the council to keep them up to date with the issues that we're seeing locally.
Now, to explain to people, we're at Bromley Cottages off the cycle track at the back of Taineysdale. This opened a few years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Again, it's difficult to say, has this been a success? And if so, how do you gauge success?
Well, we've had 122 people through the door, and none of them have gone back directly to sleeping on the streets. Some have, because we're seeing very complex people, some with complex issues. Some have been through the doors twice, maybe, but some of the successes we've had have been amazing. One resident that we had is now a staff member. One ex-resident has joined the police force. Another one's now buying his own flat, has his own business. So yeah, it's been a success.
And that police officer can be out on the beat, and he will go in circumstances, and he'll say he'll be able to empathise, and that's important, isn't it?
Absolutely. Everybody needs a little bit of help sometimes, and we are very lucky to be able to give them the opportunity.
And is that line? It's a line, but there were only 2 paychecks or invoices not met away from the street. That still holds true, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Things can happen out of your control. You can lose your job, a relationship breakdown. Even something as silly as you're on your way to work one day, you crash your car. You've got no use of your car. You can't work. You might have lost your job, or you've gone on sick pay. You can't pay your rent. Then you get evicted and become homeless. It can happen to anybody.
And people will look at like the autumn statement budgets, but people, really this morning they'll see energy prices are going up, and those are the bottom lines for a lot of people, and they can break people.
Oh, definitely. People can't, and the rents in the private rented sector are horrendous, especially for people under the age of 35 who they can't. The benefit system doesn't allow them any more allowance than to live in a shared property, so a room in a shared property.
Are you constantly campaigning, so to speak, constantly looking for new funding streams or looking for help? Is that what you're doing day to day?
Definitely, and also looking at how, what issues there are and how can we overcome those issues.
And do you think I guess I asked all the organisations, whether it's a food bank or Rainbow Services, there'll probably never come a day when you're not needed.
I wish there was. I wish we could have an exit plan at the moment, but yeah, no, there doesn't seem any likelihood of that at the moment.
And I mentioned councils where you have MPs. Do you often speak to, or do you speak to people like Robert Halfon, and how well do you get on with MPs, whichever party?
Actually, we have excellent cross-party support. I can't fault either party, and many of the councillors know what we do very well, and they're interested in the issues that we're facing. The leader of the council, he's been out to see us recently, and the deputy leader, housing portfolio holder for housing, has been to see us. So yeah, we've got good relationships with all of them.
But go back to something you said about the private rented sector. It's so expensive, isn't it? And that's not going to get any easier for people.
No, I mean, central government need to do something about either upping the local housing allowance, the element of UC, or providing more social housing, affordable social housing.
So do you look to 2024 with pessimism or optimism, or anything like that?
At the minute, it's pessimism, unfortunately, the way that the housing situation is.
And what's on your wish list for 2024?
We would like to acquire more properties for sure, and also perhaps even develop. We're looking to develop more projects that, for the issues that have come up, we're now over COVID and lockdown and whatnot. Just as you solve one issue, there's another group with an issue. So yeah, we'll be looking to overcome the issues that certain groups have and get them housed, hopefully.
Very useful. Thank you very much.